Good morning, guys. How are we all doing? Happy Monday, everybody. Welcome to this new trading week, this week of the midterm elections, and also some inflation figures as well. So we should have an exciting week regarding price action. I'm sure we'll get some catalysts for some decent moves. So yeah, that all being said, we shall go straight over to the Bitcoin 4-hour chart. So Bitcoin on the 4-hour, and we are currently trying to regain what is the midpoint of this next sideways range that we're probably in. You can see, obviously this is the support below. This is a horizontal level, which basically is a horizontal level of resistance stroke support anyway, but just happens to coincide in the middle of the range, and then this the upper side of the range here. So we did come up from obviously the support, tested the support, and then got all the way back up to the top, and then we are currently coming back down. So if we can regain this midpoint, it does look good. Then we can then try and test the top end, and then maybe we can break through. Obviously, if we are going to get rejected here, come down, then yeah, obviously we'll be testing into support, and clearly we've got a chance of breaking through that level of support. But what are the other macro markets looking like? Are they giving us any indication of what may happen? So stock market futures here, you can see, are opening on a bit of an uptick. It's good to see that this important level of support was held. We did have only a brief bits of price action above here, so if we can get back into test this and get back above, maybe this time we'll be able to hold above, and then we can have generally more bullish price action. Where a lot of the action is going on is here in DXY. As you can see, we put in this high, pretty much a lower high relative to these highs. Did get back fully above the trend line. However, didn't manage to stay up there for too long, and then did come down in pretty spectacular fashion. Tried to bounce at our support, failed on that bounce, and then is now currently below that support level. So that is good. That is what we want to see. And then obviously, ultimately, if we come down lower, take out this low, then yeah, I mean realistically, we could see a pullback into this support level. At which point, maybe we'll have a little bit of a bounce, and then proceed to take it out, and then we will there will be good things for risk assets, and then we will clearly be looking for the 105 targets, which also will be very good for very good for risk assets. So yes, there is a bit of a spanner in the works over here. This oil chart is looking like it wants to break above this resistance zone. If it does, then we're fully opening up prices back up into this range here, back towards the basically towards the 110s, this region here, and that would not be good not be good for inflation projections. 10-year yield also isn't looking the most bearish, isn't looking as much like it's breaking down as the DXY is. So yeah, we want this to not really travel much higher here, this yield to come down. But clearly, if we move a little bit higher, we will probably accelerate towards 4.5%, and that will not be good. That will not be good either. But like I said, if we don't do that, this is the high. This is the first lower high. We take out this level, and then basically put in a lower low. Then we are starting a downtrend. So a downtrend in yields. So it's actually a rally in bonds. So that is what we kind of want to see for risk assets. Ironically, a rally in bonds, which is obviously the opposite of what historically happens. Ethereum Satoshi pairing, trying to desperately cling on to this basically support level. So yeah, I mean obviously looking like it could obviously lose it. So if it does, then obviously we've got this next level down here. But obviously, yeah, let's see if this can continue upwards and get back above. Back above this area, and then continue to the upside. The USD pairing similarly did lose the area of support, but trying to regain it now on the next candle. So if it can get back above here, that will obviously look good. However, if it's just back testing into it and going to come back down, yeah, obviously lower price targets on the table. Stochastics, what are they looking like? 4-hour downward at the moment, but gonna run out of that downward momentum at some point soon. 12-hour though, turning over from a high level, so that is not ideal. Daily still pointing up at a high level, that's okay. 2-day turning down from a high level. 3-day looking like it's got quite a decent amount more juice in it, and then Friday looking great, looking like a lot of upward room to maneuver. Weekly looking good, and bi-weekly turning up from a low level, and we see the monthly turning up as well. So I mean, it kind of is looking like we ultimately can have some decent upside, but in the short and even the medium term time frame, we could very easily come down and test towards 18.5 again, and then bounce back up, maybe even test lower, maybe liquidity hunt, and then continue onwards and upwards. You can't really rule much out based on the stochastic read, and also based on the events that we've got going on this week. So yeah, that is it, guys. Remember, this is not a financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. Always do your own research, and I shall speak to you guys soon.